Hello, everyone. As I mature and grow old, right before your eyes, gracefully. Yes. I was just looking over all of my videos throughout the years. I've been here now 12 years. And I was just looking at myself from day one and I was like, look at her. She is fired up and full of life. And I just couldn't help but to just reminisce and just look back over memory lane. You know what I'm saying? And just said, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" If I can only go back and talk to you, or if only you could have came and fast forwarded and to talk to me, girl, we need to collab. Anyways, just having one of those moments. Hey, undead goddess. Yay, 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 yay. Okay. You got the welcoming call. Okay. Hey, Isani. Hello, Tam. You. Thank you for that feed I just received. Love you too. Hey, the War Witch. Where have you been? Hey, Deck Boy TV. Hey, Simply Keela. Love you too. Love you, the War Witch. So, hey, Mike Lewis, where you been? I want some of those oxtails. You're gonna have to sit those oxtails on some hot ice and ship them to Mama. Where you been? Oh, did you? Oh, Mike says, "Hey there, Mama. I use that cayenne pepper. My boss is no longer a problem at my job. Told you it works. Okay." There's just simple little things that you find in the kitchen you can get with you. Mm-hmm. Big Boy TV said, "I'm in the car driving in the rain." Oh, we've been getting a lot of that rain, haven't we? Hey, in Parker. Hey, Sulga. How you doing? Hey, the wise one, too. Okay. I love you. Undead Goddess says, much love to you and to everyone in the chat. Same to you. Yes, the War Witch says life has been hectic, and I want to talk about a lot of that. Okay. Hey, Talib Soul, how you doing? Hello, Mama Midnight, how you doing? Hey, Kay Amour, it's sunny in New York. It's hot. Uh-huh. Okay. Enjoy that now because they're gonna bring an element of surprise to us. Okay. Hey, Alaric, where you been? Undead Goddess says, I've been gardening like crazy. That's good because you got some rain now. I mean, I'm not sure in your area, but I know in the South, we usually don't get this much rain in these months. Yeah, is it officially summer yet? Because I'm not sure. Hello, Aaron. How you doing? Okay, so I got to everybody. So Mama Midnight says, I'm okay, mother, thanks, and love to you and to all of you too. Okay, so let's talk. I want to talk about a lot of things. I want to talk about the people, and can we get some of them thumbs up going up in here? I want to talk about the media. The media. And you see the title, he who controls the media controls all of our minds. And that is, I mean, I cannot say this enough, as they totally give to us a new format here on YouTube. I mean, it's almost as if though they knew, you know, that the so-called COVID-19 was approaching. I mean, it's like all of them work together. I mean, just out of nowhere, unbeknownst to us, you know, these news channels are just feeding in to our videos. When you finish my video, more than likely, a news channel is going to come up behind me. So definitely they are controlling the people who control the TV are now here to control YouTube. So I cannot stress enough that I come here to take my traffic in the places that I'm going. I cannot say enough. It's time for us to find other platforms. But a lot of y'all love YouTube, so I don't want to be selfish and tell y'all gotta leave. But I'm talking about content creators. You gotta find other avenues and just allow, these people who have controlled TV, just allow them to have this, and we got to move on, because YouTube is just now a circus of elites now, you know. ABC, just all kind of new news stations you never ever heard of before. They have infiltrated YouTube because they need it needs your attention. No matter where you go, they're looking for you because they need you. You have the power. They don't. Okay? And that's why I say whoever is controlling social media, they have controlled TV. They have control of the textbooks that you've received in school. They have control of all of that. They control your mind, your decisions you make. They control whether you get what you want or not. That's why I say you better incorporate. You have to incorporate hoodoo, whatever kind of craft, supernatural crafts you can come up with that you feel comfortable with. You better dive deep into it, because that is what's going to be your saving grace. Okay, you cannot hesitate to curse people that have come to bring any type, wage any kind of troubles with you. You must do this. This is very important. You know what I'm saying? And you may think it's not, but you better do it. You better keep yourselves focused. They're going to try and divert your attention as much as possible. If you come to my channel, you want to see something concerning the supernatural, witchcraft, or, y'all know how I bring it. When I just talk about story time, a little bit of everything. You must control them. Don't allow them to control you. And you can do it. When these take your YouTube settings from auto play. Take them off, because I see what they do. Certain channels and stuff that they like and they promote through algorithms, they will allow that channel to have the privilege to have back-to-back videos of their own from their own channel that wake people up. You understand, that they may not necessarily agree with. From this video, you'll go straight into a news feed or someone else's channel. You see what I'm saying? And I want y'all to pay attention to that. The question is, why can't my videos come up behind my videos? So if you come to my channel to watch one of my videos, why won't another video of mine on my channel come up? It's not, because they set the algorithms. Nothing is so automatic about an algorithm, because a human is still setting this up. This same person who is controlling TV, controlling social media, is also controlling our content. Okay? So I may not necessarily look like what they can identify with. So this is the reason why they're trying to continuously keep their claws on us. You know what I'm saying? So that we won't discover the truth. The truth is they have mutilated, destroyed, stole, and buried, and murdered our culture. And when I say our culture, I'm just not talking about necessarily just my culture as a African American woman, or a black woman, or a melanated woman. I'm just talking about all people. They hate culture. All of us have a culture that we do not know anything about, because they have come in to use engineered a societal type engineering tactics, you understand, to divert us, because they don't want us to know our own languages and our own, you see what I'm saying? It's, you can't control people if they're speaking another language that you can't understand. They need us to speak their language, their low frequency language, okay, so that they can keep us in the herd. You know what I'm saying? So this is what is going on. And so what I need you all to do when you all watch these videos, do not allow the autoplay to take you somewhere else, because it takes your mind somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So stay focused, turn them off. And when you're through watching, like say perhaps my video, and you want to see somebody else's video, go straight to it. Don't allow them to choose for you. They've done it now for the last umpteen years in these different institutions of learning and in churches. I am so happy that the churches and the school systems are kind of shut down right now. A lot of people may disagree. You have you're entitled to your opinion. This gives parents the opportunity to take the time out and cultivate the minds of your children the way you want them to be. I wish this could have happened during during the time period I was raising my kids, which I wasn't necessarily here at the time. But this would have been a wonderful opportunity if my mindset was where it is now. You understand what I'm saying? And my children were in this period of time, for me to teach them what I want them to know about. Every mother and father deserves the opportunity, you understand, to instill whatever values and education they want to into their own children, because we've all been lied to. All of our textbooks have lied to us. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in those textbooks was true, especially in history, especially in sociology. I received a lot of mad hate in these sociology books that I had to pay so that I can graduate from college. You know, these people who say that they go around and they study different social behaviors of different groups of peoples and races of people and everything, they were all lies. None of it was true. If the people of that particular sociological, geographic, you know what I'm saying, community cannot speak for themselves, I don't necessarily feel like it's true. You know, like I say, we got a lot of people speaking for other people, like they don't have a voice. You know what I'm saying? I look at these different documentaries and stuff, and I see where these journalists go, you understand, into these places and stuff where, you know, you don't necessarily see cameras and all of that media and all of that, and they go in there and they pretty much talk for these people. They won't allow them to talk. They talk for them. And so now this is the age of truth. You teach your children the truth. And even when they say we're opening schools back up, don't allow your children to go back to those schools. You know what I'm saying? And I know people are saying, well, what are we going to do? We need them for daycare. We need schools for daycare. We got to go to work. We're going to be working at home. This is the new age. And if you're at home and you're not making any money, it's time to find a way to come to social media or in your communities to make your own money. I started doing this back 12 years ago. 12 years ago, I saw all of this coming. So I was saying, the hell with all of this other stuff, you know, trying to work for all of these different retail stores. Retail stores are done. They're done. If you are into the retail business, it is time for you to sell all of your retail merchandise online. There are so many stores out there. I mean, when I go to the post office to ship packages, I mean, it's a line. It's so many people. You can't even get packaging from Walmart anymore. The mom and pops are back. You all will be the mom and pops. So y'all got to figure out a way to make money. Because we all, as witches, have the skills to pay the bills. Witches, we are born with a lot of talents, a lot of gifts. Search within. Allow your sacred ancestors, your loving ancestors, you understand what I'm saying? Allow them to show you the way to make your money so you can raise your children at home. We need to cut this out, allowing these people who are controlling social media that don't look like us. Most of them are men. They're all men. They're not women, they're men. We cannot allow them to bring their minds into ours because we don't know what kind of people these are. We're finding out that social media is being ran by people who hate children or use children as livestock, and we don't need that, So this is where we at right now. We're in the age of information. We're in this place where we're going back to the way things used to be. Get ready. They're not telling y'all everything. They're not being completely honest. As they tell us 5G is and it's weird because I was in a reality where I thought I was here, but I wasn't necessarily here. Because y'all know I travel. And for people who don't know what I mean when I say travel, I time jump, I astral travel, I move between different worlds, parallel worlds, parallel universes. But I woke up, and it's real. When I'm there, it's real, just like it's real here, all of us talking. You know what I'm saying? Together. As y'all can see me, you understand? And I'm looking at this cell phone at myself, you know what I'm saying? But looking at you all, this mirror, it is real. So I was actually waking up in another world, in a time travel. And my phone created this holographic image. And in holographics, you have 3D where the images is not necessarily on the cell phone, but they are like in midair. And it says, and there was a voice that came along with it, like an Android voice that says, your phone is now ready for 5G capability. And I was like, oh, okay. That's what everybody's been talking about. Oh, cool. And so I later to find out that I wake up and realize that I was in a travel. And because I was really looking at my cell phone, trying to find out on my cell phone where that feature was so that I could bring it to you all. And I realized, oh, wow, it was all in a travel. But check this out. They want us to believe that the reason why we're having all of this trouble, to tell you the truth, they're not giving us any explanation at all. They're leaving us here to our own devices to try to figure out what's going on. So a lot of people, a lot of people are oracles. A lot of people are prophets and prophetesses as they try to figure out what's really going on and stuff. And even myself, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but it's not 5G network that is causing a lot of issues with your cell phone, because a lot of people thinking that they're integrating 5G and you're going to have a lot of problems with your cell phones, and as they integrate it into your modems in your homes and stuff. In actuality, we're having magnetic solar storms. That's what's going on. They're not telling you that satellites out there in the so-called space are being mutilated by solar flares. See, I don't want you to know that. It has gotten so bad until, they're not talking about this either, they have like a huge mirror tile satellite to reflect the energy of this celestial being back at itself, which is creating more problems for us as they try to sustain life here on the planet. sustain all of this satellite equipment, so that we can continue to have our GPS. Look, if they don't come up with a plan, we're going to be kissing these cell phones goodbye, because that's what's really going on. They're continuously trying to repair damage. The electricity, the grids, all of this stuff is going to be in shambles. Now, somebody was showing me, you sent me a video of someone talking about, what we're going through with the war, with the corona of the sun and everything. But I did that video 3 months ago. And I think most of the people here in my circle have already watched that video. I've already done that. Matter of fact, I can't take all of the credit for myself, because I myself personally kind of saw a little bit of it in social media months before. There's someone here on YouTube that is an oracle that I think it was like 5 months ago, before the coronavirus, had already talked about it. They talked about, and I cannot find them, but they talked about all of this way before. They was like, they're not telling you that they're really battling with the corona of the sun. And so I came back behind it. But they didn't say the corona of the sun. I came out later and put two and two together, and I said, okay, I know what it is. The battle is with the corona of the sun. I don't know how many people got a chance to see the video, but don't you all think that it's kind of weird that, they would use that word, that terminology, corona? And a lot of people say corona means crown or what have you, but don't you all think it's interesting? This is one of the coolest summers on record. Right here, right now in the South. I can't speak for other places in the world, in the U.S. Only for here in Alabama, this is record breaking. Because they are continuously making sure that the nuclear plants, I'm going to just go ahead on and just call a spade a spade. They're making sure that the nuclear plants, and there are a lot of nuclear plants in Alabama and Mississippi. I think we got more nuclear plants than anywhere in the U.S. And they pump clouds, artificial clouds, factories like paper plant mills, pump clouds, airplanes that create artificial clouds, ships in the sea that create these artificial clouds. Even those things that we think are UFOs, which they are UFOs to us, because they are unidentified flying objects that we cannot make out. We don't know what it is, but they look like little white balls that's in the sky. They actually are like little streaks. They create artificial clouds. So the clouds you're looking at, these cumulus clouds that you're looking at, that they call stratus clouds, are really chemical clouds. They're not naturally occurring. Nothing about America is natural, all the way down to the foods we eat. And this is why you are getting a lot of rain in the South, in the United States, okay? Okay. This is why you're getting a lot of rain and less sunlight, cooler nights. Because what they're trying to do, they're trying to keep you from generating D3. D3 is generated naturally in your bodies from the celestial body we call the sun. They don't want you to have it. This is to keep your immune system depleted. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all what's really going on. Okay? I'm not going to keep everybody in the dark. So when you start seeing situations, with your cell phones, and you're seeing your power is out, You see all these different things, and you're looking at your TV, and all of a sudden your TV is blacking out. This is coming from solar storms. There is no way for man. And let me tell you, like I said, the top is on the bottom and the bottom is on the top. The only people who would disagree with me, and it's fine, are the people who prefer to believe what they taught us in school. It's okay to believe what they taught us in school. Because what they taught us in school is to believe their world, to believe their mind, to believe their science, which makes it real because you believe. But everything is up for grabs right now. Whether or not the planet is round or flat or whatever, it's up for grabs. Because you're going to learn a new science. The new science is you researching to learn for yourself because you're not working, most of you all. You got time to think. There are other scholars that believe that the top is on the bottom and the bottom is on the top, that they have taught the theory incorrectly on purpose. So it's all about what you want to believe. Do you want to believe the earth is flat? Or do you want to believe it's round? I believe it's round, they will say, because I see it on TV and it looks round. I believe the earth is round because they taught us in school it's round. Other people say, well, I don't want to believe what I see in social media. I don't want to believe what's in the textbook. I want to just believe what I see. I walk on the ground and it's flat. The earth is flat. So it's all about you all coming up with your own conclusions. This is the world you're in right now. Okay? Find out for yourself and you'll find out that a lot of things are lies. But there was a man that spoke so many different languages. And see, that's one way that the educational system is denying you the ability to research, to collab with people around the world by not allowing your children, or not subsidizing, or not including an education where they can learn how to speak different languages. It's funny that these schools in West Africa, just different places in Africa, these children are speaking more than one language. But here in America, the richest, they say one of the richest nations in the world, children here in America, the majority of children, especially in public schools, only speak one language, and that's English, and that's it. It's up to you all to make the change. I want every mother and father, because there's some fathers too that are in the households. We want to, they want us to believe that their fathers are not in the household, or in the majority or whatever. I can't see every household, so I don't even want to get into that. But there are fathers that are raising their children and teaching their children too. So I have to include fathers. But look, check this out. You have no excuses. Make sure your children are able to speak more than one language. You're at home. You can do it. Utilize social media for things that create change for the better for yourselves and for your families. It's okay to have a little junk food of entertainment, but your children right now, for at least from 8 o'clock in the morning to about 3 o'clock, your children, there's so many classes on YouTube, on social media. They need to be learning how to speak Spanish, if nothing else, because there are a lot of Spanish people here in the Americas. Okay? Please, if you want well-rounded children, please do that. And then after that, teach them the business. If you are running a business at home, Teach them how to develop them to be able to take on the business so that when they get to be grown, they have jobs. Because if you got like a 5-year old, 15 years from now, the type of jobs that were available before COVID-19 will not be available anymore. You have to teach your children and train your children how to have their own companies and be their own entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs. You got to do that. And if you're just allowing your child just to be sitting around the house and always asking for some cookies and ice cream, and you're just feeding them junk food, and that's all you're doing just to pacify them, you're giving them drugs. And when they get to be up here where we are right now, trying to innovate their own, incomes and all of that or whatever, all they're gonna have is a mouthful of rotten teeth. Or they will form addictions to other substances. As children age, the first drug that they're given outside of the pharmaceutical companies is sugar, an artificial sugar that they try to simulate, fructose, high fructose. All of those are created in laboratories to mimic the real sweets from the gods, and you find those in bananas and oranges and things of that nature. Treats from the gods is what they're doing. So you're training your children to be addicts. Your children need to be binging, like I say, on videos showing them how to go out and build a greenhouse so that they can farm. You understand? So this is an exciting place to be at right now, this moment. You understand? Because I'm telling you, it's gonna come a day where there will not be no electricity. So you need to be learning how to use solar power. Now I'm 53 now, and if I was a younger woman, I would have my household in line. My children, we right now we would be outside. I would teach them different projects and stuff. Now, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to eventually start having like home schools in their homes for children. Like a long time ago, people would have like their own daycare centers. Now, for a lot of people who like to teach, this is a wonderful opportunity to start having schools at your house for children of all ages. You just pick the age group you want to work with. So if you are good with this and you're good with that, like teaching them sewing classes, how to make their own clothes and stuff. Make their own shoes, and that's where we going, y'all. It ain't gonna be no electricity for long. Learn how to produce your own electricity. Hey, it's coming. When them grids completely shut down, it's gonna be crazy as F-U-C-K as I try to clean up my vocabulary. It's gonna be crazy. And what they need, they know it's coming. So, people are saying 5G, 5G. 5G is just another technology and everything that is upgraded for new grid protection. That's basically what it is. Because the old way is failing because of solar flares. They're racing to try to protect grids, y'all. And it's hotter than you can imagine. It's just these artificial clouds in the sky that's giving you the illusion that it's cool. But if you go into these third world countries, you'll feel how hot it really is. You'll melt. They don't have the monies and stuff to fund weather projects. So you feel the real heat When you were in these Western type areas where they used to be third world countries and stuff like that, you still get some of the comforts we get of like country, what they call this modified weather. It's controlled weather. You understand? Which is real nice, and everything. But get prepared because as they run out of money, and this is what's going on. This is a bailout. They're running out of money. They don't have no money right now. So this is why they're letting you feed your own children. You give your children education. This COVID-19 is all just a smoke screen. Even though it's killing plenty of people, because that's what it was designed to do. Honestly, it's a distraction. The government is broke. That's why you didn't get another $1,200 thing of money out here, because they didn't see the money come back to them. So they're trying to see, like, what should we do? Then, because a lot of people holding on to their stimulus money, they ain't letting it go. They just got it. They're not allowing it. They're not because see that paper, they just doing paper. That paper is really not backed by anything, to tell you the truth. It's just like paper. So it's not, they're looking for the paper to necessarily come back. They're looking for you to buy resources and products and all of that. Could y'all please hit the thumbs up? And they're not seeing that stimulus, that's it's not stimulating the economy like it should, because people are scared and they're holding on, and people are not really buying anything right now. So this is another reason why you didn't see any more money come out. So they're trying to come up with another way that they want to do a card. I mean, this is the last I checked on it, which was a while, so it may just be off the table. But what they wanted to do is come up with a card, because if you got a card and you can't have money, which is the beginning of a cashless society, y'all. If you got a card, you're forced to use it. You saving it for what? You can't see it. It's not tangible. It's on a card. So that if anything, they would want to put it on a card, so you have no other choice but to stimulate the economy and start spending the money on the card or whatever. So, all of these things are going on through their head as they hold us with a noose around our neck until they get their plans together. You know what I'm saying? We have a noose around our neck, and we're all being self-servient they are ready to come down with the next plan, and nobody knows it. A lot of folks were guessing at what's next. Believe me, they're working on it. A lot of people thinking they're gonna come out with a vaccine and we're gonna all have to take it and this, that, and other. You really don't know what they're coming up with, because we're sitting and we're waiting like little children. We're behaving, and that's why I said at one time when they were protesting, I mean, I thought that was beautiful. Because the protesting over the situation went nowhere, because at the end of the day, I heard that they said one guy was out grocery shopping. Now I don't know how true it is, but they said he was grocery shopping because he was out on bond. He ain't got nothing to worry about, because somebody gonna cash out him. All of them gonna get cash out. Now we're cooling down and we're okay or whatever, just waiting on the next reason to rise up and revolt. We really need to be protesting this whole shenanigan about this COVID-19. That's what we need to be protesting right now. We should be fighting for our rights to make decisions and not allow anyone else to make decisions for us, because, hey, look, we're able-bodied. We don't need anyone to do this for us. We can do it for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we should be. But anyway, so let me go into the chat. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Yvette, for the donation. She says, "Hi, Mama. Good to see you. Thank you so much." Let me get inside the chat. I've been running my mouth, and people can ask questions. This circle right here, we're not going to be in the dark. Our ancestors are surrounding us in this circle. They are here for us right now. They have not abandoned us. They are protecting us. We can ask them any questions that we want to. They can let us know what's going on, what's going to happen in the future, and they can let us know what's going on in the past. It's just all about us giving them our undivided attention during quiet time. I find it best that my best time to talk to the ancestors was when I rise in the morning and during the witching hour. Witches, we got to be up during the witching hour. A lot of y'all witches can't sleep during the witching hour. It's for a purpose. It's for a reason. Witches need to devote at least an hour into the witching hour. The night is the time of the ancestors, of the spirits, of the deities, of the gods, of the entities, of the demons. That's their world, and you're supposed to absorb some of that, that time on a daily basis. That's what makes you powerful as a witch. Okay? Let me go into the chat. Undead Goddess, Asani. Okay, so and Kaya Moore, thank you for the beautiful art. Let's go below where I last left off, y'all. Mama Midnight said, yeah, as of the 21st June, I think that's supposedly officially summer. Okay, thank you. Hey, Crazy Eights. Crazy Eight says, yep, the summer solstice was June 21st. Aaron says we're supposed to have a dust storm in North Carolina. We never had one. Oh, thank you so much for talking about that, Aaron. Somebody ran that by me. Beth ran that by me. Beth, she sent me a feed where in the Sahara deserts of Africa, it's supposed to be, we're supposed to be receiving some dust from that, which I think is a bunch of baloney. A bunch of baloney. All the way from Africa, we're supposed to be receiving some dust. All through the week, we're supposed to be receiving some dust. It may be already here. When they tell you to look to the right, look to the left. What's really in this dust storm? Would it be that virus that they created in that substance? And they need an explanation for it. I mean, it may be some dust coming all the way from Africa, all across the ocean, which I find that to be unfathomable. Okay. It just doesn't even sound logical. But this is what they say. But I try to look for something else in that. Isn't it convenient that all of a sudden during this time when we got, this thing spreading in the air called the COVID, we're going to also have some dust to go along with it too? Or is it something to cool temperatures, something that they're going to put in the skies to cool the temperatures down? One guy told me they're actually using, now I'm just telling you what people telling me. I ain't saying it's facts and it's real, but I'm just giving you something to think about, that dust is nothing but cement. That they're dusting the skies with cement. Look at your cars and see how much dust is on them. And you wonder why your paint jobs are in bad shape. Not only is the solar flares from the sun tearing up the paint on your cars, but what is this? What is in these clouds? Okay, so yeah, they was talking about these dust storms and stuff that's supposed to be coming from Africa, y'all. I haven't seen them yet. If y'all see them, let me know. Let me know, because that right there would be a record breaker. A dust storm, and it's supposed to hit out. Okay, so where you at? You in North Carolina, Aaron? It's supposed to hit all these southern plains. I cannot stress to you, and I was into this and I stopped. The top is on the bottom and the bottom is on the top, y'all. They taught you everything in reverse. Wouldn't it make sense that if the bottom, which is the south, is hotter, that it would actually be at the top if the sun is at the top? Sometimes we got to use logic and stop trying to rely on them The people who control the media, the textbooks, the schools, institutions of learning, the churches and stuff like that. Stop letting them give you this bullshit science that explains to you why it's hotter at the bottom versus the top. And use your logic. Logic is if it's hotter in the south, it has to be at the top. Use your logic. If the ground is actually flat where you can walk on it, use your logic. Use what you believe, not what they tell you it is. This is what I want y'all to start doing for the future, okay? I heard some. I was trying to figure out who that was. Hey, Mystic Apex. Kay said they created it in a lab. Tyler McCray, how you doing? Says, hey, Mama, finished reading your book the other day, and I really enjoyed it. Can't wait to read the others. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that great review. And that's kind of like why y'all don't see me as much, is because there's a muse that is with me that got me doing a lot of writing. Even Miss Mary is impressed with my writing and stuff like that now. Shout out to Miss Mary. She has taken me to a whole new world. He who holds the pen holds the power. You can create. Do y'all know what petitions can do for you? And affirmations can do for you? Write in the universe your story. Do not allow these people who control, these elites who control the media, who control magazines. Do not allow them to dictate to you your future. They're writing with the pen. The history. Write your own. Your next chapter, you should write that yourselves. And a lot of people who I work with, my clients, know that I'm a stickler for writing petitions. I always tell them, write your petition. Read it to me. Every bit of it. Because if it wasn't written, it wasn't done. A lot of the things you desire that you think about in your head that you want, you don't get them because you don't write it. The pen is power, baby. Okay, anyway, so I just wanted to throw that in there. And y'all look down in the description box so that you all can subscribe to my website. You can subscribe to my website. In order to subscribe to the website, you may need a Wix app. So you can subscribe. Wix does just about the same thing as YouTube. It's just less traffic as YouTube, but we got to be finding other avenues. So, let's go. Let's go. The corporations own YouTube. Not a corporation. YouTube used to be a corporation. Now the corporations, all of them flocked over to YouTube. So we got to find us some other places to go. We got Vimeo. We got a lot of stuff. A lot of options out there. Kay says yes, because Google ads pay those people to control people. That's why a lot are fake on YouTube. Yo, they're the ones that they're getting all of the actual feed. They're in the algorithms and traffic and everything. And I'm noticing that when you go to those kind of channels that got like 100 and some thousand views or more, it's because somebody told me YouTube is rigged. They design it that way. They put them in traffic. That's just like a car. There's a blue car, and it's a new blue car. And what they do is they drive it continuously in front of your house and keep driving it in front of your house and keep driving it in front of your house so you can, won't forget about it. And eventually you see the car so much, you want to go and find out, where are they selling these cars? Meanwhile, other channels and stuff like that, that got great content, won't get that same treatment because either they don't identify with them or it's always something. They decide who can be in traffic. And that's just the way it's going to be. That's why I say you're all going to have to really dig and search for information because all they want you to do is look at the fluffy side of everything, the ice cream and the cotton candy of everything, and the entertainment of everything, and that's where they want to stick. They want you to stay in them little places and stuff. They don't want you to know that it's time to learn some second languages around here. It's time to learn how to grow some food around here. Boost your immune system. They don't want you to have all of that. Now I was and I'm gonna talk about that another time. I want to talk about this man that says you cannot get COVID-19 if you have an alkaline blood system. I'm gonna talk about that another time because what he said made a lot of sense, and so I started pulling these limes out, And when I started putting lime inside of my water, I noticed something. It cleared up a lot of my skin, and then I was just like diuresing like crazy, And if you not peeing enough, your body's retaining fluid, and your body's retaining fluid, which is going to create some high blood pressure issues. And not only that, not only you going to have high blood pressure issues, you're going to swell up and stuff. Get them limes and put it on it. You're going to diurese. You're going to urinate a plenty. It's going to clear your skin up. It's going to do a lot of wonderful things for you. You're going to be like amazed. But he was saying, you drinking lime water, helps you to have a alkaline body. And he was saying that, you have to get rid of the fructose, and anything that says high fructose is a drug. Read the back of the foods you're buying. Avoid them by any means necessary. Do not fool with all of this corn syrup and all of that. Most of us, we grew up on corn syrups, high fructoses, and all of that stuff, and we give them to our children because it really pacifies them, and you have less trouble with them, and they get frustrated, and they get that screaming and yelling. We just hand them a bowl of ice cream or a popsicle or something like that. Y'all leave that stuff alone. You're breeding addicts. Okay. I'm be going all over the place. Y'all be giving me ideas when I be reading. Gemini said, if the masses understand that we have the power and they're nothing without us, this will be totally different. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Winklebottom. Hey, Queen of the Crossroads says, hey, Mama, glad I was able to catch you live today. Glad you're here. Hey, Chastain Stone says, hey, Mama, love you. Undead Goddess says, Mama, yesterday I found a sparrow in my raspberry bush. It's a boy, and my birds aren't very fond of him. Oh, okay. Okay. Mystic Apex says, thank you for the warning. I done pretty much summed up everything. That the real crisis is solar flares. They're tearing up satellites, y'all. A lot of y'all gonna have trouble with your GPSs. It's not the fact that it's just all about them integrating 5G. 5G is a new technology, you understand, to assist them with the solar flares. They had to upgrade. It's like upgrading the grids. They're upgrading the grids, some of them. They don't necessarily have all of the money to upgrade all of the grids, and this is because it's going to be costly. So that's how 5G is. It's just like a new, I'm just going to say like a new satellite. Okay, I'll use that terminology. It's like a new satellite to be able to sort of like beat those solar flares. It's like, okay, we got to come up with something else, because that old stuff we were doing, the sun is killing that. So let's introduce this. You understand? This can hold up to heat. In other words, it's a way for them to continue this thing, this illusion that we got going on here, that what we're in right now is like this is amazing where we are right now, but it's not going to hold up because we're in a new era. It's not going to hold up. You're going back to ancients. You're going back to those times. And ancient technology has surpassed this technology that you have. If you go back in time, they were flying. And I ain't talking about necessarily just in the airplane. Okay? They didn't need cell phones. They knew how to telepathically communicate. You understand? All of these technologies they creating, they were all integrated within the human body. That's what they were. And this is where we're going back to, and they know it. You understand? So they're trying to suppress all of that. I done seen some stuff on social media, honey. People levitating, and we're going back to levitation. Y'all better find out where your supernatural skills are and start, working on them and developing it and stuff. And look at your children. Your children are the ancients that are reincarnating. You need to know that. That's why they got more sense than we do. Younger generations have more sense than we do because they are the ancients. Okay? And so put some time and energy into your child and figure out and find out and allow the ancestors to help you find that talent so that you can groom it. So we can use 100% of our brains, our consciousness, which is outside of our physical bodies, our consciousness and our brains, You understand? This information is an aura that extends into other worlds and other universes. You're not just right here at the moment in your physical bodies. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you're teaching your children how to use 100% of what you got, what they have, because in these institutions of learning, all they want you to know how to do is to follow their orders. That's all. All of us have gone and gotten an education to be able to read and write and run their motherfucking businesses. That's what your education summed up to be. That's it. Nothing in it contained enough information for you to go out and be able to communicate with other people who speak like other languages to know what their world is all about. I would love to go to Cuba because Cuba is fascinating to me. Why do they have less cases of COVID than we do? I want to know. So I need to know how to speak Spanish to figure it out. I'd love to know. These doctors are all over the world helping people with COVID. These Cubans actually have some type of cure, or it's something they have that we don't. America is supposed to be richer than Cuba. Why does Cuba have less cases of this COVID? Okay, just giving y'all some things to think over. That's all. Liama, how you doing? She says, all for the sake of control. This is what they want to do right now. All of this, wear your mask. Put your mask on or whatever. Let me tell you something what happened to me. I had my mask on my face and I went to the doctor's office. And when I went in there, my saturation was 95%. You're not breathing oxygen. Masks are dangerous. And your little children should not have those things on their faces either. My saturations was low. Now, when I took in a deep breath, they went back up to 100%. The mask is just taking away your O2. This gives them power. It energizes them and a dying beast. Because the beast is just about dead. To see us being compliant with all of these different orders. This is they're getting their rocks off on us and stuff. This is food and energy for them. To let them know, hey, we still can control them. We got a hold of these people. That's basically all it is. Hey, Netta, Dozier, how you doing? Hey, Quaba. Gemini said recommended video next will be Young Pharaoh, then Cardi B. Videos like, how does that even correlate? LOL, shaking my head. Well, they want to throw you off. They want to throw you off. And you best better believe it's a reason, like it's something in that person that they're trying to, that person that they continuously throw in your face and throw in your face and throw in your face serves some type of agenda for them, in other words. So you saying that these characters come up behind my videos and stuff? It's a distraction, that's all. Quaba says we're getting our minds back. Yes. But I want everybody to turn off your autoplay. Turn it off so you can control what you see next. Turn them off. Also, with this video, it stays in the shadows for about 12 hours. Make sure you all are saving this video right now. Go ahead and save it. Save this video now. The description box, look down there, has everything you need, all my books. Go to my website and subscribe, everything. I just want to let you all know that. I'm going to always say that. But make sure you are liking this video or saving this video. Put it somewhere so you can go back and easily find it, okay? Quaba says we're already wide awake. What they want is to control the babies that are being born. They know we are lost cause. Okay, what's up, Orlando? Y'all, so the doorbell is ringing. Y'all going on in there and subscribe, because I'm gonna be putting videos in there too. I'm here at YouTube, but sometimes I shut down and I'll be going in those places and making most of my videos. I have Vimeo, which I'm gonna get that link put up, where I have videos. I uploaded a video to Vimeo. And so I just cannot rely 100% on YouTube. I am just trying to get people who want to be in my circle there. Also, I'm working on my site, Hoodoo Conjures. I'm going back up in Hoodoo Conjures. That's a site on Facebook. One of my business organizations, or whatever they call it, that's there. Uh, you can find Melanin there and her products. Melanin Dawn, a lot of people like her. She's there, and we're gonna get this together. We're having trouble making. I'm having trouble. I can make the person an admin, but it says pending status because the person has to accept it. But for some reason, she's not getting a notification. If anybody know anything about that kind of stuff, let me know. I've started a lot of groups on social media, and I've actually made admins and let people be admins, and it was just as simple as just clicking it. But now they won't let you do it anymore. They're making it much more complicated, which I think is sinister, because they say, oh, we want to just make sure that you don't make a mistake and make somebody an admin and they go in and mess up your groups on Facebook. But it's more sinister than that. It's not that they're not telling the truth, because when I made Miss Mary and Melanin admins, it says pending. They have to accept the invitation, but the invitation is not being sent. Facebook does not send the invitations to them. So how do you accept an invitation when you don't, when Facebook won't give one? So it's some crazy stuff going on Facebook too, because we're trying to put a lot of material up for you all that focus primarily on the hoodoo. Because like when I'm here, I'm just storytelling and just talking about a lot of little different things and stuff like that. But I want you all to be able to get more hoodoo content, because this is where hoodoo is going to be where it's at. Okay, everybody's going to be seeking hoodoo. Hoodoo is going to save us. I don't care what nobody say. Hoodoo will save you. That is the all. Hoodoo is the all. Okay, witchcraft is the all. Some of the stuff I've done with witchcraft and hoodoo has defied explanation. I'm sticking with the hoodoo. I don't know about you, but that's what y'all supposed to be doing right now. Oh, okay. Kay says, I'm happy school is closed. So am I. People need to get their children back. But also, I am a little apprehensive that a lot of our youngsters are just out there in the streets. I have seen like trucks parked in restaurants with a bunch of children in the bed of the trucks and stuff. You know, that's going to be a mortality there in itself. So watch your children. Let them know they're not grown and independent yet. Just because they ain't got to go to school. Keep your children immersed in that TV. Take them cell phones from them and put them in the TV. When I say put them in the TV, I'm not talking about let them watch mainstream TV. Pull up YouTube and put some of these here language classes on there where they can learn how to speak French, they can learn how to speak Spanish, they can learn how to speak Creole, all that other stuff. That's what they need to be learning how to do. Do y'all think the borders are gonna be opening back up? Cause I'm kind of suspicious. I don't think they want the borders to open back up. Um. Hey, Netta. Netta said, my daughter introduced me to your channel. I'm loving your spirit. It's storming in Florida. Yeah, they want to keep it. They want to keep it cloudy so you can't get that D3 so you can fight that coronavirus. Keep your bodies alkaline. I've totally let go of sugars. Well, I said that, but I did have some cashews and cranberries that were powdered. More than likely, powdered it down with sugars. Keep that stuff out your body. That will protect you from that virus. I do believe that keeping your body, because see, that sugar, that artificial sugar, is an environment for it to grow into. And so I think what we need to do is just let's try it. Get your limes out, y'all. Buy a bunch of limes. Put it in your water. No soda pop. No soda pop. No diet pop. No sugar pop. No pops. Lime water. Ginger and lime. These are the things you should be drinking daily. Protect yourselves. They know it's simple as that, but they're not going to tell you that because they need for it to grow because they need more people to die. It's not enough people dying from it, so they're kind of disappointed. Okay, and they want to use the news to hype up all of these deaths. I'm not saying ain't nobody done died of it. That's not what I'm saying. But they need social media to pump it up to make it seem like the numbers are just unprecedented. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? This is what they need. But all I want y'all to think about is this. Why do Cuba have less fatalities or more less mortalities? Am I right? I'm using the right word. Find out. Not mortalities, morbidities, fatalities. When I say fatalities, it sounds like I'm talking about a car accident, but not many people are succumbing to it in Cuba. So we need to know what's the secret. You can't know. You won't know the secret because you can't speak Spanish. You're allowing all of these Spanish people speaking people here in America, which they 3 hours ago before I did this video, they said that Trump is getting ready to send a lot of people back home. So people who are here, they say like aliens or whatever, they're getting ready to send all these people back home. And then I heard another feed where they say that they won't let people renew their green. Now, I know a guy named Cooper that said that they won't let him get a green card. So, that's a way to find a way to have a reason to send him back because he's from Guinea. And so they're going to be doing a lot of things like that, trying to, get it down to where they can control this place and they can take our asses back to the 1940s and the 50s and beyond, but we ain't going back there. Because they said that the Spanish people are a distraction. We want to get down to the heart of it so we can make these here Negroes, what they call us. I call it. And I'm not talking about all people. I'm just saying, I'm talking about there are some people out there that think like that. They think dirty that way. They really do. And so what they want to do is find a way to expire these green cards and people who have come here to seek asylum and all of that. They want to have a reason to deport these people back home. My take on it is if these people are here, the borders are closed, let them stay. Let them stay. Let them stay put where they are. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that they can do to hurt anything right now. They have come here and they've gotten custody. We can't say, oh, they're taking our jobs. Shit, ain't no fucking jobs. We can't blame that on them. So it's gonna be interesting some of the stuff that's getting ready to go down, y'all. Um, Thank you. The fairy said I make my nieces read books about black culture. Beautiful. And make sure that when they're watching TV that they see black culture. You know what I'm saying? It is very important for the psyche of little black children. I'm not a racist. I'm just saying it's important that they see strong black men and strong black women. That is very important. They need to see us happy and getting along, not seeing us doing, getting stopped by cops and manhandled and lynched. They don't need to see that kind of stuff. Protect your children's psyches. They're very delicate. They're very fragile. And this is our future. This is our future. These are people going to be opening them doors for us in the future. Thank you. Chastain said 42 people watching and only 18 thumbs up. Now, y'all lagging behind now. We got 62 thumbs up. Could y'all please thumbs up the video, please? Quaba says a fresher black breath air, a breath of fresh air. I can't get my words out. That's another thing. I need to go out in the grass and just sit there, put my feet there, and just close my eyes and allow the sun to give me information and stuff. I want you all to do that too. Sit Indian style, or just sit on your butts, put your feet on the pads of the grass, and lift your hands and allow. If you're doing that every day. I can't no corona get you. It just would be impossible. And keeping an alkaline diet, just on nothing but limes, because there's a reason why Cuba, they're not having the trouble we're having. For one, they stay outside all day and generate D3 in the sunlight. The foods are real. They're not too much consuming a lot of unnatural foods and a lot of fructoses and artificial sugars and corn syrups and stuff. They're not doing that. Now, they got them available to them, but if you look at a Cuban diet, they used to start breakfast off with two main things, I noticed. I'm not saying all, but I have seen it on the menu: pineapple and papaya. Pineapple it has a bromelain in it that breaks down biofilms that they create in the laboratory. They have biofilms over this COVID. They have biofilms over most of all of these bioweapons. Like a lot of these STDs they got out here, HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and they say that all of these things now are resistant to all drugs. That's because they are going in laboratories, modifying them, and putting biofilms on them. It's not natural for these germs to have biofilms on them. Plum Isle and all these different laboratories and research centers is where they're doing it so that they can cut down the population. No one is having babies. People are sterile. People are dying. People are walking bent over, dying from something that they received during sex. Sex is very natural. Now, the biggest thing that you can transfer to someone naturally during sex is spirits, karma, different things of that nature, gifts, those type of things. But when you start saying, well, I'm sharing with you a resistant gonorrhea, I'm sharing with you resistant chlamydia, I'm sharing with you resistant herpes, I'm sharing with you resistant HIV, I'm sharing with you all these resistant stuff. Then now you're getting into biological weapons. I'm sharing with you COVID-19, which is a communicable disease. I'm sharing with you syphilis, which is communicable because you can share it through touch. Don't be shaking folks' hands. You can shake somebody's hand and get syphilis. You can shake somebody's hand and get herpes. You can shake people's hands. These are what you call your communicable diseases. Tuberculosis. Oh, you got resistant tuberculosis. You do? Oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? They making this stuff in labs. That's my foot on the leather, y'all. I know it sounds like a fart, but I got my feet on some leather. Y'all hear that? Anyway, let me stop playing. I love to do that with my feet and stuff on leather. I love leather sofas, but I know they're made out of animals. I am so sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because we supposed to be watching out for the animals and stuff. But you best better believe you best better believe a lot of industries are gonna be in trouble for what they're doing to the animals and the trees and all of these other different things and stuff like that. The wood we use for houses and stuff like that. If I had my own world, I wouldn't be in this. My house would be made out of the earth. But what can you do that at? Somebody said, you just sitting around making excuses. You talking about your own civilization. You can have your own civilization if you want to. You can have your mud house if you want to. You just talking a whole bunch of talking. You won't do it. Look, let me tell you something. The way they got us brainwashed, ain't nobody gonna do that. We're brainwashed. But I thought about it. I said to myself, soon as the borders open, I'm probably gonna leave. I'm gonna take off leaving, y'all, because I was sitting down thinking about that last night. I said, I think I might leave America. I may liquidate all my assets and get up out of here. If I can have enough where I can have enough to see by myself until I die, I'm thinking about getting the hooky dookie out of the United Snakes of America. That's why I say they keep on postponing it. Oh, we're going to open up the borders such and such. Now we're going to open up the border. No, we just decide we don't need to open it up now because they know a lot of people are going to get the fuck away from here. The COVID is worse here than it is in Cuba. Let's talk, America. Why do we have more cases? We have more cases than the different Caribbean islands. Why, America? Because you continuously create these artificial clouds so we cannot have sunlight to generate D3. But when you go to the islands, they get the sunlight. Let's talk. Y'all, if y'all only knew they were the ones that are sitting here giving and planting this stuff in masks and look at the ground when y'all go to these grocery stores, masks, gloves, and everything. They're planting this stuff and giving it to us. And at the same time, create the clouds and stuff, these artificial clouds, so you can't get sunlight. They're doing this. And then at the same time, too, getting news media outlets to hype it. Oh, and so many people did. I know I sound like I'm talking in circles, but I just want y'all to see the kind of place we're living in. Oh, I'm so thankful to be in America. We have an abundance of food that kills us. Yeah. I'm so happy that I'm not in a third world country where they have organic foods. They're forced to have natural foods that feed my immune system and feed my body, where I can get plenty of walking and exercising, because I'm going to walk all day from one market to the next till I get to my home. You understand? I am so fortunate to be in the richest country in the world where the COVID-19 is just like far exceeding any other number than any other country. I'm just lucky to be here, to have to go and get me some corn syrup, to drink and you see what I'm saying? To go and get my genetically modified tomatoes that I'm gonna eat, and that has no taste to it, and the skin on it is like chewing on leather. Get me an apple with vinyl covering, that the apple is like vinyl. A seedless orange, a seedless watermelon that has no genetic information in it. I'm just elated. You see what we're living at right now? This is your world. And you think you're lucky. Okay, so I'm lagging. I'm going to have to catch up, y'all. So I'm going to go back and read later. Okay, good. Casey, I wouldn't send my kids back because they're jail cells and they send frequencies to the schools. Of course. Public school systems are jail cells. What it is doing is you're in a controlled environment that is preparing your child to be able to work in these different corporations, fast foods and stuff, work for somebody else rather than to start their own businesses. Teaching them how to treat their neighbors, how to treat their mothers, their fathers, their friends, their different cultures of their different races, how to treat them, how to see them. You understand? It's conditioning them. And if you're not compliant with the different conditions that you're being taught in school, it prepares you for jail cell, for the penitentiary. It's a conditioning tactic. There's a school that was newly built, I say about 10 years ago. We thought it was interesting that it was a black school, public school. We thought it was interesting the way they built it. When you build schools, like, more than one floor, they're like 4 or 5 floors up. That's like, okay, it's like a project. It reminds me of the projects. That's one conditioning tactic to get you comfortable with being stacked up on each other. You understand? But when you go to county schools or schools where people are well-to-do, those schools are flat. They don't have stairs. And this school had cinder blocks. It's called Jackson Olin High School. It had cinder blocks. Now, when I see cinder blocks, I think of jail cells. When I see cinder blocks, a lot of the projects have cinder blocks. Do you see what they're trying to do? You're more than likely not going to get a garden home, which is one level. More than likely, you're going to probably go to the projects. So we're going to just keep you in that environment so you'll feel comfortable moving to the projects, which I'm glad they're kind of tearing a lot of that stuff down. But there's still some out there. We're getting you used to these cinder blocks because if you can't get down and work for us, you understand what I'm saying? And not rebel against us. You see what I'm saying? If you rebel against us, we have a place called the penitentiary for you. You understand? So that's just, it's a setup. Don't let your children go back to those places. But now you still got to educate your kids. You got some folks around here that's patting themselves on the back saying, I'm glad I didn't let my children go there and go to schools. But are you educating them? You don't get a pat on your back if you're not educating your kids. You get a big fat F. Okay? Yeah, Kay says spacecraft's been showing up everywhere. They sure have. And it's another reason why they need the clouds. Because something is up there that they don't want you to see. Amy says, how you doing, Amy? Amy says, reality is we know just about nothing. We don't. We're going to leave here knowing nothing. You right. Hey, Melanated High Priestess, how you doing? Okay. Hey, the Fairy Prince says, it's hard to get started doing a business based in magic. So far, I just keep getting customers who want free work. You got to stand your grounds, honey. And like I said, you can come to Hoodoo Conjure. Hoodoo Conjures is going to be a marketplace. So many of you who would like to come to be a part of that, you can come and showcase your products and stuff. Melanin Dawn and Mary's World will actually be there, but I made them an admin, but the invitation, Facebook refused to send the invitation to them. So that Hoodoo Conjures is going to be a marketplace and a place for you all to put videos and stuff like that. So a lot of you all who are trying to get started up in the business of selling your magical supplies, you can come there, because we need a place where, because it's a lot of people got a lot of talent, like healing stuff, like healing ointments, an array of things, candles and stuff like that, and you can't get access to it. And the reason why you can't get access to it is because you don't know it's out there, you know. But this is going to be a place where you know it's out there. And there's a lot of marketplaces for witches on Facebook. Because it's one place called the Witches Market or something like that. That's out there. So Hoodoo Conjures Marketplace is going to, it's there already, ready for you, okay? Hey, Oracle Stella, thank you for moderating. How you doing? Our moderator, Oracle Stella says, hi, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. Asani said, Mama, make sure you are getting crystals or strengthen yourself when you are traveling. I definitely will. I definitely will. Thank you. And you tell me what crystals I need to surround my bed with. Uh, hey, Shamanic Witch, how you doing? Melanated High Priestess said, this place is like being in a microwave. It is a microwave environment. That's exactly what it is. Hey, Jackie, thank you for moderating. How you doing? Thank you for that beautiful artwork. And I need that fire, girl. Thank you so much, Michelle. How you doing? Michelle said, you look beautiful, Mother Wisdom. Thank you. Okay. Hey, Automata. It's hotter than you can believe, Kay. Our moderator Jackie says, good day, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share the video. Thanks for supporting Mama's channel. Thank you so much. Y'all, please hit the like button once again. Hit the like button and share. Make sure that you take this video and put it in your playlist or save it somewhere. It's going to be in the shadow for 12 hours where you can, some people won't be able to find it. Okay, Amy said 5G is 5D. As the sun is getting stronger, radiation is getting stronger too. It's necessary for us to elevate our frequencies to keep up with it, or it will eat us alive, okay? Fairy Prince said that they time jump by accident. That's right. K.O. Moore says coronal mass ejections. That's why a lot of folks been having trouble with their cell phone because of coronal mass ejections from the corona of the sun. The sun has a corona, and they decided to call this epidemic we got going on the corona. It's a cold word, y'all. Okay. Okay, Amy said the battle isn't the sun, it's the clouds. They are spraying to cover the sun because it's become too hot, and they are trying to keep us asleep because they know the sun will wake a lot of people up. Not only that, it will recharge you, regenerate you, and will give you information, because you need this information to fight these pestilence and these different bioweapons and stuff like that. And the sun has it all, but they don't want you to have it. The sun is their enemy. Jackie said Corona was an ancient princess, the daughter of Asclepios, aka the World Health Organization. Woo! Wow. Melanated High Priestess says cloud seeding. That's their friend right there, ain't it? Okay. We had a good time, didn't we, Melanated High Priestess? We're going to get back on live again. I love to do those live. Now, I put some of them lives on my Patreon. So if y'all want to know, so those lives that we've done together, where I had guests, go to Patreon. It's public. You can watch it. It's public. You don't have to pay. It's public that you can see it there. Okay. Okay. So, hello, Belgium. So, Yeah, go in the description box so you can see all my different books that I have written. I want us to become readers. We need to become readers because it's a lot of information we need to read. I want to talk about some of the books I want to suggest besides my own. All Women Are Natural Born Witches, and another one of my books that dropped not too long ago, which was Discovering God in the Witch. And I also have another book out. I have had two people to inquire about my book, the Voodoo Operation Manual. That book has just dropped. I just hadn't put it in the description link. I will be putting that book there, and we have another book. Me and Miss Mary are going to co-author a book together, so get ready for that one. That's the book that everyone needs. Everybody needs that book. As me and her, two matriarchs, I'm a matriarch, she's a matriarch, we're the older generation of spiritualists, call us witches if you want to. Spiritual. I don't know if she want to be called a witch, but I call myself a witch. So I put it like this: older prophetess, oracles. You understand? We got some material for you. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna go down, and you need to get that book. Um, some other wonderful people, Octavia. Somebody helped me to Octavia Butler in 2015. I don't know where that lady is because I was telling her a story about what was going on with my brother-in-law who died. He was going back and forth in time, astral traveling back and forth in time to a life he didn't know. His name was still what it was here, there, and he was trying to explain to them this world. So every time he went to sleep, he would go to another world and interact, but that was the end of his life and he didn't know it. And then after that, he got murdered. So, what somebody said, what you're describing is like what Octavia Butler had going on in one of her books, Kindred. So, I also, if you want more material that's going to get you ready for a lot of what's going to get down with the get down out here, get her book. Get her books. She got a lot of books. It's another one, another sci-fi book writer that's an oracle. 100,000 Kingdoms. I'm in the middle of trying to. I'm offering these books and hadn't even read them, but I got a feel. I've read the synopsises of the book, and I think they're going to be some good reads. So you may want to check those out too. Because I said, gosh, these people are onto something. Look like what they're doing is calling out what we're going through now. So if they can call out what we're going through now, let me continue to read because they may predict some outcomes that haven't happened yet. So I think Toni Morrison would not Toni Morrison, but Alice Walker. I think she was sort of like a sci-fi book writer in a sense with some of her material, and she was definitely an oracle too. One of the books that I would like to for you all to. I'm not gonna go into anyway. Beloved, Beloved was a good book, and it may not have been so great on film, but it was a good book to read. The book really is more believable than the screenplay. That book was complex, and you can't bring a book like, and I think I said this before, you cannot bring a book like Beloved to the screen because these producers are frightened to see, I think, black people in that type of a role. They kind of like want to go easy when it comes to horror films. You just really don't see many black horror films unless it got some comedy in it and stuff. You don't really truly see scary horror films that come from black people. Now, at one time during black exploitation, you did. Like when you get into Ganja and Hess and uh, Ganja and Hess and Lord Shango, and they were very graphic and very informative, because it lets you know what kind of world we really got going on here. There's a dark world that coincide with this world we live in of the light. You know what I'm saying? It's real. And I think those movies take you to those places, you know? And so anyway, so we want to do some reading. So I really suggest that you all start, you know, we probably need a book club. I don't know. Check out, like I said, I'm right now where I'm at right now. I'm right here with Octavia Butler right now. That's where I'm at. So if y'all want to follow me, check her books out. If you're not a reader, they do have audio books. Get you some audio books and listen. And that's the way to become a powerful witch. The way to become a powerful witch is to be able to read and listen. Okay, I'm gonna have to get up and go, y'all. I see we had to take care of something, take care of that ass, didn't we, Jackie? Ooh, we had to take care of that ass. Thank you, Jackie, for taking care of all of that, because I'm regularly talking. Natural Mermaid Recovery and Wellness says Cuba don't F with the U.S. The U.S. burned bridges with them long ago. I have a Cuban friend, okay? They got a lot of cures for stuff in Cuba. And I think America is really jealous of that because America wants to turn Cuba into a tourist attraction. Parts of Florida used to be Cuba. People don't really know that. And they took it from them. So, a lot of people don't like communist societies, but what were they to do? Russia has Cuba's back. Russia, that's Cuba's mother country that will come and defend it. They came last year around September in battleships and stuff to defend Cuba. When Trump started fucking with Cuba, talking about they want Assad or Shakur, like just telling them what they want. Like Cuba's not its own country and they got to abide by whatever they say, like we do. Like we have to abide by whatever the government of America say. And so they want Cuba to do the same thing. And Cuba said, no, we refuse. We refuse. Now, I've never been to Cuba, and I know they said some third world conditions going there. And a lot of people, I saw a lady crying. She lives there. She don't have access to this and access to that. And I think a lot of the times what they see is when they see a place like America, they want these freedoms and possibilities and all of that here and everything. And they want to be a part of this. But this comes with a price. Everything that glitters ain't gold. I know people saying it's easy for you to say that. It's for you to say that you're here. If you were there, you would see it differently, and everything. So, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is from what I see. You all are in a better situation than we are here because you all have lower cases of the COVID. More natural foods there. You get a lot of walking, exercise, and sunlight. You get a lot of things we don't get here. It's cheaper there than it is here. A kumquat will cost you $5 here in America. You wouldn't have to pay that much for it in Cuba. So you gotta think about what you want. Would you want a lot of entertainment like what we get here, or would you want healthy foods to feed off of in Cuba? You want to be obese like we are here, or do you want to be over there where y'all can do a lot of walking and get a lot of light, a lot of sunlight, and exercising? Now I know what you're saying. Y'all can get that here too. I live in a rural area, so you don't want to be walking around in this area. Your money got to be right to live in these areas where you can do a lot of walking and all day long just keep walking on strips and stuff. Your money got to be right because most of those areas like Miami and different places like that, you got to spend about $300,000-$400,000 to have your home to live in them places. If you ain't in Miami, if you ain't at least got a couple of $100,000, you can't live there. Okay. So like I said, this place comes with a price now. Okay. Thank you for that order. Thank you. I just saw you place an order. Y'all, everybody heard that. Um, like I said, go into my description box if you want to subscribe to my Wix. You can get to my Wix I mean, and subscribe by downloading the app Wix. So Wix has an app. It'll be easier for you to subscribe that way because people are having trouble subscribing. So come on out, and videos and stuff like that, I put them there, and I'll be doing most of the videos there coming up in the future as they continue to weed us out with algorithms here on YouTube. Come out to Hoodoo Conjures. Um, I'm trying to find a way to keep some order. I would love for that page to not only have admins there so we can police the area, but I had to kind of like put my comment section where it's protected, where no one can just put anything there because trolls will go out and try to put anything there. So, but I would like to just leave it open just so people who would like to collab, people who would like to share videos, people who would like to share their products and stuff like that can go out there and do it. So it's called Hoodoo Conjures with the S on the end of it. It is on Facebook. I will be putting a link pretty soon in my description box of that. If you want to check out Vimeo, I'm there. I got a link. I think I don't have a link there yet, or I may have a link there. I'm not sure, but I got to get it ready. And I have my Patreon. You can see public videos there on Patreon. If you want exclusive material, I have different tiers that you can take advantage of. My books. You can go to Amazon and get the books directly from Amazon, or you can order from my website, which you will get an autographed copy. And in some cases, if I feel like it, I put a drawing on that too. So you can get an autographed copy of my books on my website. Check it out in the description box. Once again, make sure that you have liked this video so you can go back and find it, or you save this video so you can find it. For 12 hours, this video will be in the shadows where you might not necessarily have access. Some people will, some people won't. Go ahead and save it now. Yes, you can. Oh, tomorrow you can get paper books. You want a paper book of mine? Because if you want a paper book of mine, let me tell you about books. Once again, I have 3 books, and the book is the Discovering God and the Witch. All women are natural born witches, and the operational, the Voodoo doll operational manual, the Voodoo operation manual. Okay. Okay, so that's going to complete this. Hey, Integrity Rocks, how you doing? That's going to complete this. Hey, Seven Lie Heavenly, how you doing? Hey, Tiffany Buchanan. Hey, Kimberly Brown. And I think that's going to complete it. Hey, the Wise 1-2, how you doing? Hey, Egyptian Fire. And if I missed anybody, I'm going to go back and read you. Hey, Yvette. Hey, Shirley W. Hey, Sunkist Queen, how you doing? Hey, Delroy Zuniga. I guess I got to everybody. I got to go out there and get my pup, y'all. The pup is keeping me busy, too. Okay, and that's going to do it. Okay, so bye-bye. And I'm going to go back and read all of the comments and everything. And thank you so much. Don't forget to rate and subscribe and check out the description box, okay? Bye-bye.